record this
Are we live?
shit earlier.
We are now.
All right, we are live. And I just
We
good?
The weird thing is, like I was telling Paul earlier, like we could literally.
I gotta do a sound check, Joe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm getting good quality here.
Yeah, sure. You know it says we've been on for an hour and 32 minutes?
That's not true.
Because there's a lot of conversation that should not be there.
No, because I didn't set it up an hour and 32 minutes ago. I set it up like 12
Maybe-
minutes ago.
Maybe it was the last episode and it was just glitching out, but
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
rock and roll.
Go ahead.
All right, we are live.
Come hang out with us.
You need to hush your mouth.
Oh.
All right.
Introductions, anything?
I mean,
What up?
we're all,
Yep.
we're all regulars now, right?
Yeah, we regulars now.
You guys remember
Joe,
this
you
shit?
gotta scoot over to.
I can move the
right.
camera. I'm up here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get closer to me, Rose. You're gonna have to get
No,
closer.
it's all good. It's all good.
Get closer to your brother.
I got you.
I didn't say put your arm around me.
Well, he just has
Come on,
that donkey
sweet talk,
dick
we
down
just
there.
whisper
So he
in
has
my
to
ear.
like spread out like
Oh, I
fucking
will.
an elephant.
I'm gonna yell at you in the microphone. In the mic.
Okay.
Didn't say no.
Anywho,
Sorry for the noises.
Send it, Monte Willis. Thanks for having me on the podcast. LXB.
What's going on with Monte?
Oh man, I had a great day. I went down to the VA hospital today. Got to check out holistic health. They've got a lot of. So I'm a sports massage therapist. I don't know if people know that, but I don't know if I said that before. But that's what I do. So I just finished up. Actually work on people mobile too, but I'm trying to get in with the VA.
I kind of need to fix the lighting.
And I'm a freaking, any veterans watching this.
It's good.
I'm a non-paid volunteer at the VA hospital at the fitness center. So there we go. You wanna get stretched after a good workout, go to the VA, get a workout, come get stretched.
So if you're connecting dots like me, if you're a veteran and you want him to touch you,
Jesus. Already went off the cliff.
yeah, we went there that quick.
I'm too close to the
my
mic.
God.
What are we
I was
gonna
trying to
do?
keep it PC. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Well, you know, you have a
I
line
do
out the
appreciate
door.
you, Jen. I don't know if you know how much, but I do.
No, I do. I appreciate. I see you
I got
work
to
a lot
see
towards
Okay,
it.
that's good.
You put a lot of effort in towards.
Helping.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And putting up with my unique brand of madness. I appreciate that a lot. Where it's
You're not even random to me. I just think you have a subtlety to you that most people aren't ready for. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
you,
so
you
casual.
sneak in like
Yeah,
little attack
like-
moves.
Like just casually, it'll be like boom, and you like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
yeah. The thing
Come
Plato
again?
said.
No matter how no matter how profound it is, it'll just be a whisper. It's like, oh, okay.
Or I'm laughing super loud about it.
No, it's legit.
It's a pretty
All right,
intense
so-
volume ranges.
Let's actually get into like real topics.
Topics. So what are we going for today? Well, I'm going through a divorce. That's also.
Right?
Here we go.
Let's
That's
talk
what we
about
want.
that
Yeah,
shit.
that's
what
a
we
Tammy
want.
Wynette song
That
if I
is
ever heard
horrible.
one.
And I'm gonna do the legal thing and go. My lawyer says I
Allegedly?
shouldn't talk about. No, I'm just.
I'm allegedly
that's-
divorcing this
that's
bitch.
BS.
No,
That
is
is
that
fair,
how?
by the way.
But no, in all seriousness, bro, like I've learned a lot from going through shit. Like I learned a lot from going through shit. You learn who you can trust. Like you learn who can be there for you. All that happy horse shit is good when you're going through something. Like I'm going through a lot, but it's like time heals everything, bro. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so I know you will recover from that part.
Right.
How do you feel about the Katie part?
Oh well.
Because I know that's the hardest part
Yeah.
about, like my journey was
Yeah.
the separation that
Don't say his
happens.
name. But I am at a
Mm.
point where I made peace with that part too, right? Like I had to because that part was eating me alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that part was like, damn, damn, bro, like I don't have that. That was a huge part of my, you know what I mean? Part of my existence. But I don't think, like I'm gonna pray about it. I don't think it's gonna go away. I think it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take some time.
I like the praying part, yes, because I mean that's a big help for me too. You pray about it, but I think as civilized adults, when it comes to that, like say me and Emily got married, but it didn't work out, but my daughter got close to her and they want to see each other. Where's the harm in that?
Yeah,
there is actually no harm in that, and I would be 100% for it.
I agree.
I'm not giving you like a whole lot of time, but yeah, you want to spend a couple hours with my daughter, go ahead. I mean, when it comes to a child and the child has feelings for a certain adult that played a parent figure in their life,
Well, there's like two ways that plays out too. Is you have
that should be important no matter what. That's important.
The healthy version where like, yeah, every Thursday we hang out and play softball, and I also coach their team, or like things like that. We're like, hell yeah, that makes sense and that's functional. And then the other ones were like, well, mom's doing coke and I'm watching the kids, and like, nope.
Mean, there's circumstances.
That's not good.
But I mean, I don't see anything wrong with person in question fucking. You want to see him? What's
fucking A, you guys?
I do too. I'm trying to be serious.
The fucking metaphors that come out.
I'm speaking it from experience, because I mean I've been through this shit already, and there's no harm in it, and I don't think. I mean, after it's said and done, I don't know how bad it's gonna get. I don't know. It's none of my business. That's what I'm saying is, but it's not. It won't hurt to ask, or it's worth a try.
No,
if that individual means that much to you, like, what's a couple hours out of your time so I could, spend a little bit of time, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
For sure.
And it does help that only one person is kind of going crazy at the moment in that particular situation. Well, like, if you're like, who's the crazy motherfucker here?
Yeah.
This one. Like, clear goddamn winner.
But, you know what? My son actually gave this point to me when I talked to him last. He's still going to protect his mom over everything else. I expect him to do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, like, even if I disagree with his mom, he's going to side with her.
Right.
Because he's protecting his mom.
But at the same time, your children are going to grow up and they're going to become adults, and they're going to figure us out.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to figure us out. They're going to find out.
It just takes years to do it.
They're constantly figuring you out. I'm telling you, like,
I agree with you. Constantly figuring you out.
Man, kids are...
They're smart.
They're smarter
we give them credit for.
They're smarter than you. They're coming to, like... You hand them your phone or iPad, they will teach you how to work it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
nowadays,
they're very.
I look back
smart.
and I'm like, how much of a fucking idiot was I back in the day?
We're dumb compared to our kids now these days.
Until 16, didn't know how to use it until 18.
Yeah,
Think about.
But kids are figuring you out as you raise them. They're figuring you out. So all this bullshit we're talking about, like, exes and all that shit, like, your kid's gonna figure you out.
We were talking about that earlier today a little bit. Like, anything you try to hide from your kids, that just puts a fucking spotlight on it.
You can't hide it.
Oh, mom don't want me to see that. What's in that closet?
I was probably 21 when I started drinking. Well, no, I was
too.
younger than that, but I started drinking early. And I'm like sitting there thinking, like, so every time we went to a family gathering, and my cousins and my sisters, and we're all running around playing, and
putting on the clown makeup and
right. No, well,
I was thinking the ICP family.
Jen,
some of that shit. No, I like ICP.
He was like, first you put on your clown wig.
I liked ICP, and then I grew up real quick, and
I know.
fuck this shit.
But we did come up in the ICP era.
Well, we did, but
I worked for them briefly, very briefly, as an artist.
Okay,
but I could not generate work for them. I felt so bad. I was like, I really can't do what your customers want and need.
I'm just saying, kids are gonna figure their parents out, whether it's yours or inherited one or whatever. They're gonna figure you out, and they're gonna know what's the best, and then let them make the decision. Then, no, that works too. But at the same time, I don't see nothing wrong with two adults being civilized. Like, this was not my kid, but I have attachment. Let's I want to spend time, and do your thing. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'll allow it. If anything happened with me and Emily, Like, half the time she's a bitch to her, and because Lily is constantly like, hey, were you born on the side of the highway? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, that's where most accidents happen. So, I mean, my daughter is fucking like, my daughter said the same shit to me. I was driving down 94.
Jeez.
My daughter's in the back
That's
seat.
a rough one.
That is a deep burn.
This happened to me. It was just me and my daughter in Emily's car.
Hold
we're
on,
driving
did
down
she say that?
Yeah, we're driving down the highway.
Lily said that.
Yes, and I'm driving down the
I'm
highway.
sorry, I can't say names.
No, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But I'm driving the highway. She's in the back seat. She's playing on her phone. We're going to get my niece so I could bring her back to our house so they could play because they're like best friends. So whatever.
Oh my god.
And Lily's like, Dad? I'm like, what? I'm like, were you born on the side of the highway? I'm like, no, why? Like, looking in her rear, like, I turn her, like, no, why? And she's like, well, that's where most accidents happen. I'm like, oh, kid. Like, damn. Like, you're lucky.
Friend.
Right. No, I straight up.
I would have stopped that fucking car.
No, straight up, no. Because that's how my daughter is. That's how we are. We're smart as, like, we punchline people.
I told you the Kmart
like,
story.
We fuck with, like, that's what we do. That's our.
You send jabs, like she's jabbing you.
She give me a little jab, but it's I love.
A jab?
She's right crossing you in the stomach.
No, she's smacking right across the face. She's smacking right across.
She turned her hips into it.
She turned her hips into it and got me right in the fucking jaw. She got me good. Yes.
Right there.
She hit you with a kidney shot.
She hit it hard, but I was like, all right, that was funny. Like, that's how we are.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're offensive and funny trumps offensive.
Yeah, like, it's offensive and funny. Like, I loved it. Like, okay, everything's cool. Like, you're lucky you're only 11 years old because I can't tell you what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas.
Right.
You came back with us.
Right.
We didn't know it, but you did. I can't say that. I can't say anything back to her to give her one back.
He's just like, listen, episode, I don't know what the number is, but it was July something.
But, yes, I was in Vegas drunk and me and your mama had fun one night and bam, here you are. Like, I can't say that shit to my daughter.
Closed captioning.
That is amazing. That's an amazing relationship, though.
I gave her a fist bump. Like
that is a good relationship.
I gave her a fist bump. That was a good one, kid. That was a good one. You got me. That was funny as shit.
The microphone.
I wouldn't go back to that again, but that was funny. And she was just giggling, you know. And I love her giggle, so I was enjoying it. It was like, it is what it is.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. You got me. But at the same time, she's like, I know.
She gives me one-liners that kill me all the time. So
I love you, Dad. You know, she'll message me out of the blue. I love you, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about it. It was just something funny.
Like,
something just off the wall.
She's gonna love you though. She's gonna love you forever as a girl. Like you're definitely
so
a girl
gonna,
dad.
like, take over.
Oh
the
yeah,
world.
absolutely.
You got the girl dad vibe.
Because my son would like.
The second she starts
you
shutting
know,
down proper,
backhand,
like,
like you don't talk to me like my daughter's like, no, you're good. You're
Daughters
good.
are sweet on their dads, bro.
But at the same time, my daughter, like, freaking, I'll have her, and I'll tell her,
correct, by the way.
I'll tell her to do something, and she'd be like, Dad, I don't want to. Like, do I gotta get up? Like, nope. Okay. And then she'd go do, like, she's well behaved, but she likes to joke around, do those punchlines, and make me laugh. And, you know, it's just our relationship. Like, she could bust my chops. That's okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I've never argued with my daughter, by the way. I've never had like an argument.
I've never had to. No, because I need to get up? Because she knows. She remembers Walmart. That's all I gotta say about that. She remembers Walmart. So
I don't remember when I got funny.
I don't want to even hear that story.
No, she don't want to hear that story because it's like she's like, nope, that will fuck
tell me your
up.
secrets. Smokey, tell me your secrets.
But anyway, we got on a different subject.
Talking
But
about-
yeah, I'm just saying, like,
She's my
no
favorite.
reason.
Bro,
Be civilized human beings.
you're absolutely right. I'm just at a point where like I gotta let time get in the way. You know what I mean?
That
It's
sucks,
gonna take
but
time.
true.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Yeah, it's gonna take time.
You have to
I'm
build
good at
a.
that.
That's not an easy thing to do.
It's
by the way.
not easy. I'm
It's
not
really
I'm not trying to make it
Yeah.
sound easy, but I'm at a point where I'm like I have to be easy.
And that's
because
such a.
this is not gonna be an easy process. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be just as hard as on you as it is, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's a little
On
bit
everyone else.
easier
Yeah,
for
it's,
us.
it's gonna be. That's just how it is. It sucks, but that's how it is.
Like as older folks, it's easier for us to issue that out because we understand the scale. But for kids to receive that too, that is fucking They're like, what do you mean? You tell them 3 weeks sometimes. Like, you tell a kid you're going on deployment, and they're like, so I never see you again is what the fuck you just told me.
Right.
Yeah, like, they're almost like dogs where they're like, I thought you left, and you were gone the whole day, and that meant forever. And you're like, I'm back, dude.
Well, that's a huge component of being in the service, too. Like, guys come back from deployment, and the kids are different. Pets don't recognize them.
Music's different, movies different.
Yeah, so like you're in a time warp where you're
different.
like, bro, I'm still, and in your mind's back with, you know, your brothers who you left.
Right.
Your brothers and sisters you're fighting with. So it's like when you come off deployment, because I deployed with a unit and I also deploy as an individual.
Okay.
So I got both sides, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like,
so civilian, but yeah.
I wasn't. No.
You got a joint meritorious.
Yeah. Joint service achievement and joint service meritorious.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So I came back from Afghanistan like dripping. My command was like, what? Who is this?
He came back with more ribbons than me, and I had been in for like 3 years.
And then I was at the
He
ball.
did have a cooler sounding job.
And like I had two rows of medals. People were like, who the fuck gave you all that shit? I'm like, and then it was just
me.
From there,
right.
Because in the Marine Corps, like so I got a NAM for my deployment from the Marine Corps.
We got a lot actually from the. Go ahead.
The Joint Service Awards were Army. Their Army Command approves those.
Okay.
Right. So anytime you're with the Joint Command, if the Army's involved, they take precedent.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
if the Navy was involved and the Army wasn't, they would be the issuing authority. That's how it works.
Okay.
I learned that the hard way. But my command, like literally my command was like trying to shoot my medals down. I'm like, bro, I worked my ass off. I did 2 back-to-back tours. I didn't do an R&R either.
I know you well enough to know that you're not a ribbon chaser, but I mean, you deserve them, so you should get them. But you're not a ribbon chaser. You just did it for the right fucking reasons.
Yeah.
So
He did. He did a fucking great job.
I need to get one
on
night
my
everything.
I wish I would have stuck around long enough because I wish I went. I could have said I went to Iraq and Afghanistan. That would have been like.
Or you can ask Hodge. I was a 20+ type of guy, but my body did catch up to me though.
Fair enough.
Apparently
I
my brain
catch up
did,
to everybody.
and then my body.
That's just how it
my
goes.
bones were melting and shit.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I
Like,
was
I
starting
might
to
be
feel my.
Yeah, your mind goes first.
I started to really feel my body.
Right.
Your body
I believe
catches
it.
up to it.
It is weird that like your mind had like because like there's some people who are like my mind builds my body. You're like careful, dickhead, but your mind does have the ability to hold that sumbitch up way past its due.
You can destroy your body and everything with your mind.
Because like my grandpa Plum, I was telling you about his hip where my grandpa Plum was the man. He was in United States Navy. He was on the Missouri. He was on the Emory. Wild animal. He got injured in his last years because his cat was pissing him off. And then he threw a folding chair at it because that's what he fucking did. Throw his folding chair, and then he loses his balance, falls, hurts himself. 3 days he's walking around. Fucking hip is... It hurts, but it's like whatever. Day 3, my uncle's like, can we just fucking... It's swollen, it's insane, let me go. He gets x-rayed. They're like, you walked in here? He's like, uh-huh. That's not true. And he's like, yeah. And then they look at his x-ray, and it's like fucking jigsaw puzzle. Just shattered all to high hell. And they're like, you've been walking on that for 3 days. He's like, yeah.
Wow.
Fucking sailor, dude.
I believe it. But you have to understand, like, people, the old school people, like, they're, like...
They build different, bro.
They're built different because their testosterone is different.
Yeah.
Our testosterone, since we've been around,
Well,
has been ruined since soy, alcohol, you know, all the shit we do now, it's killing our testosterone. They have higher testosterone.
I don't know.
Fast food does it. Yes, it does.
Everything does. Like,
but
everything
I feel
we
like
eat,
the impact
I don't eat fast
of it
food
is a
anymore.
bit
I
fatty.
refuse any fast food. I will not eat fast food at all. None of it. I will.
Like, I think it's more of like a fad.
I try to stay away from
like a thing
processed food
people
as much
talk
as I
about
can, but
rather
no.
than
Fast food.
because
Like,
I haven't seen it
Fast
be
food is
like
so
a
garbage.
it's garbage. I got my
Like,
daughter.
like I haven't seen
on
any
how
kind of
good
like
fast food used to be.
References.
It used to be
Yeah.
alright.
I mean, was fast food
Right.
not good?
But
I gotta
like-
wait on these two to come along. This is a good
Right.
segue.
Well, no.
It is. It really is. Like,
'Cause-
I don't eat anything fast food.
There was
nothing.
a time you pulled up to a Taco Bell in the 90s. You were a fucking winner.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Right, but that was the
I'm
shit that was
overreacting to
actually
my
real
own
meat that didn't put in a
overreacting.
microwave and just add water and puff up. You know.
I
mean, you go to
tap your leg with my leg. Good Lord.
to a fast food restaurant now.
You know, just a
they'll
nice
straight
little.
up tell you like, we're out of this, we're out
Careful,
of that,
kids.
we don't have this. You're like, damn, that's half the menu.
Right.
I wake up wet.
I don't go. It's been. I think it was 2 years ago. I had McDonald's and I was like, I don't know what to get because I don't really care for this food. So I got 2 McDoubles and ate them.
We're good.
And I didn't even make it to my ex-wife's house. And like,
Does this
I
work
got
in 2
stopped.
headphones?
Yeah.
I'm sick. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not good.
Yeah.
Got sick and freaking like, we take her home. I gotta go home and lay down. Like, I'm gonna be running to the toilet. Like, no, like I don't fuck with that shit.
It messes
no
you up. Once you stop eating it for a while and you have it again, it's horrible.
Oh no, it fucking hurts.
Mickey D's?
Yeah,
Any
fast food.
Anything. I don't eat Burger King, none of it.
Because that's definitely processed, by the way. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, they improved it. There was a guy that freaking he was actually.
I'll sacrifice for Popeyes. I don't give a fuck. Like, every once in a
the
while.
only thing
I'm
Popeyes
like,
need to do is discontinue that chicken sandwich. It's bigger than my head.
You know what blew my
People
mind?
stood in line for that shit. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. If you stood in fucking line during the while a virus was outside, eating
Oh,
faces.
coughing together.
You went to go get a chicken. You know who the fuck you are. Anyway.
It
You
was
know
a
the
good
whole-
sandwich. I liked. No, I'm just.
I don't care.
I mean, you
Like,
couldn't
don't
even
eat
cut it in half. You needed like a fucking machete to cut that fucking sandwich.
Well, yeah, it's so
Like-
dry. Fuck that. Yeah, I tried it.
You had to
didn't
make
like
noise. You had to hi-ya! And then fucking cut that fucking bitch.
Otherwise, it doesn't
Can
count.
somebody get a sword? We got 4 sandwiches over here that need to.
it. We need a samurai ninja.
We need a fucking.
What's the thing I got you on
We need a
today?
buzzsaw.
Someone give me my
Yeah.
chef knife. I gotta do some chopping.
Like you need a katana to fucking cut.
Give my cleaver, beaver.
But
like
no,
what?
like stuff is declined because I feel like it's declined because people used to like teenagers used to have those jobs. They'd be
Right.
happy as shit to have those jobs, and they'd be like, "Oh man, I gotta do a good job."
Now it's
but
adults.
now it's adults
They pay pretty fucking good
for
I'm
a
not gonna
teenager.
lie.
For a teenager, but not for a working
right.
family man, family woman.
I'm sorry. There's no reason you're working at McDonald's making $15 an hour. I'm sorry. That's not.
In other countries though, they get benefits.
Yeah.
They wear uniforms.
I don't mind
It
the
looks
benefits.
but
That's
In-N-Out
on the
is
company.
crazy.
In-N-Out is the most successful chain, and their managers make 6 figures. They take care of their people.
They do.
That's why they're so successful.
They do, yeah.
That's fine.
They just beat Chick-fil-A employees
So like
into submission.
here's some interesting facts that some people don't necessarily get lined up next to one another, but like the United States of America's healthcare system, and a lot of people freak out like if we give people free healthcare, that's the same as communism. Well, guess what? The United States
socialism.
the United States healthcare system
Yeah.
is identical to blah, 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 the People's Republic of China. They use the identical system we do. We use the exact same system communism does, which is you don't take care of motherfuckers. You let your people die, and you let them starve. Go China, huh?
Oh,
Okay,
we're going deep.
We're going a little bit farther than what I
Going deep.
expected, but hey, that's fine. I could argue this, but I just don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're talking about fast food and fuck
Jenny's
that.
like,
So
you better get really good at math and learn the violin.
I have
learned.
pipes.
I wish I could play the
like
violin's
the
one of my
reference.
favorites. Right, but yeah, no.
You had better start eating rice for breakfast. Because it's coming.
Facts.
No, I'm joking, but that like
Oh.
honestly, bro, like
some things are coming. Like change is coming.
And there's going to be some headbutting and some bloody noses, but, like, I do feel positive change. I do feel scary change, but I do feel positive change as well. Because I feel a lot of people are sick and fucking tired. And that's a great start for things. Also,
I just want us to be united again.
That's
I
a good
want to go
point.
back to, like, post 9/11. When everybody fucking loved each other.
well,
right,
let's
but that-
slow down because
yeah.
now you need another 9/11.
yeah.
Well, I'm not. I don't want
But
that.
I hear you. I'm with you.
I don't want that. I just want to go back to
But-
like where we were united. Like it took one horrible
Tragedy.
act.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly, that's sort of the
Like
crux
that.
of...
Like America was like. There's nowhere you could go that someone wasn't hugging you or giving. Like everybody loved everybody. It's like what the fuck.
noises. The...
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm
One of
sorry.
the-
This is not what I fought for, but
True.
what I fought for might be different from what you guys. But I'm not bringing that into the conversation. But I'm just saying, this isn't what I fought for.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think about that all the time. Like, all right, so we, a lot of people come back and they question why they were over there. John Basilone wrote the best memoir of a Marine. I personally believe.
Okay.
Because he talks about the duality that he faced.
Right.
Of going over there and understanding the politics behind what he was doing,
Right.
and that's probably the first like. I don't think Chesty Puller or any like really prominent Marines that you learn about throughout history
Right.
ever went that deep. Like he went really deep into the machine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is like kind of why they tell you when you're in, you gotta stay away from politics because now you're diving into the machine.
Yeah.
Right, and
you're
you're uncovering truth.
I like that.
I mean,
You know
pretty
John
much.
Basilone?
I don't think I've read his
You
stuff.
remind me, I forgot.
I'll have to read it.
He's a Medal of Honor recipient, by the way, just to give
Yeah,
context.
no, I know what he's talking about.
When
Sorry,
he got his Medal of Honor,
You're a great
he
great
went
point.
on, he
Great
went on
point.
like tour
Great
for like a
point.
little bit, and then he just got fucking mowed down in one of the island hopping campaigns right after that.
Was
So
was it Japan?
it,
Or,
It was.
It was
On the way to
Japan?
Japan at a
yeah,
minimum.
it was one of the. It was one of the. Yeah,
Because
one of the islands of Japan.
I can't remember which one right now.
I can't remember either, but I
I don't think it was Iwo Jima. I know it wasn't Iwo Jima.
I think it was Guadalcanal.
my granddaddy was there getting fucked up.
Okay.
I think you're right.
I think.
Actually.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's
familiar,
where he got. Was Guadalcanal after or before Iwo Jima?
After.
They
well,
did,
it doesn't.
They did multiple campaigns at the same time.
I was gonna say
Right.
that's like
So I'm
such a
trying to-
multiple
Iwo
theater.
Jima was
Because
like
he did both,
3-4
and he got
times
he got
tried
taken out
taking
at
that
one of them.
place.
But I don't remember which
I can't
one.
remember
Your
how
grandfather?
My great grandfather.
grandfather.
He was like 40 when he enlisted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great.
And
long.
then
It took us a long time.
he
to
was a
get Iwo
staff
Jima.
sergeant.
A long time. That was a long battle.
Well, they're bro. Let me tell you something. The Japanese are warriors.
We were just
Yeah.
talking about this earlier.
They are.
warriors, bro.
Yeah.
But
Warrior class.
Well, and I think too, because I've had this thought, and I want to throw it at the top too, because there's also the pressure of that. Just because saying the Japanese are warriors is like the same as we were kind of saying is like Americans are cowboys, and then like that's a statement that could be true, and
Could
like
be.
it's not, but
Could be.
Could be.
and then imagine too the pressure on that too, because I was thinking because like the Japanese too, God bless you guys rule, but like imagine the pressure if you're the only gay Eskimo. You're the one Japanese fella who's like, hey, I just want to fucking chill. And they exist. They like to do Western-y kind of horse shit, and they get like, hey, you get over there and do your stuff.
Yeah,
and,
that's Tokyo and shit. That's
yeah. Well, and then
Go there
the
to
small
party.
villages too, and like that's where they like to go and like flock to. But like all over the place, like they do have a problem shunning people. Very frequently, they do have a problem with people isolating themselves because they'll assume they'll be shunned.
They're very dark, sinister folks.
Yeah, there
They
is
have
a
a
deep
very-
like, whoa.
They have a very like, and I don't mean that in a negative way all the way.
No.
But they're like very like melancholy. They don't get too like Germans. Bro,
Well,
like some of the most efficient.
All right, but we can go back to World War II.
I'm just saying in demeanor.
Right.
Yeah.
We go back to World War II where, like, literally we had Marines or Army, either one, probably both. Freaking, it's a holiday. It's snowing out. I think it was like Christmas or some shit, and you hear stories about
the like World War One story with
World War II and World War One
yeah.
stories where, like, all right, well, we're not shooting, and they just share cigarettes and have drink and eat together, and then after that they go back to their lines, and then the war's back on the next day. I'm like,
They played a soccer match in World War One.
yeah.
Well, and
yeah.
like-
it's just wild. Like we're not really enemies, but our country says we are.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And
Yeah,
part of the
no, it's
reason
like, it's
I learn
wild.
something new every time I come over here.
something like why we didn't see that
I
in
love war
the
history.
Pacific
I
and
love it
like
so much, so much.
even like there was a little bit more on the like POW side. Like if we caught you, we'd play with you, I guess.
Well, the
but, like,
Japanese would literally like cut. There were
Oh, yeah.
stories of men like they just cut them open without any painkillers. Just
They
cut them
were
open
going
and put wood chips in their body
full on
just to see what the
bananas.
hell, see what would happen.
There was
Like,
a
what's it gonna
wild,
do? I mean, it's fucking wild.
but that comes from everybody's sort of like local favorite words these days. But there was
I'm not hating the Japanese.
no.
I'm just
But there was
saying
a strict
they're brutal,
campaign
brutal
of
people.
like misinformation.
They're brutal warriors.
And like race-based misinformation. Because like part of the reason the Okinawa jumps happened is because the Okinawans were told when the Marines get here, they will fuck through all of your people. They will rape everything until it's all just got more Marines in it. And then they're like, cliffs, baby.
Right. Still this day, like you go to Okinawa, because I've been there, JWTC, like you have you have to, like if you're not an NCO or above, you're not leaving base.
Well, and it's still...
And you have to be back by midnight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like
there's the heavy rumors and there's the heavy stories and there's the impact on it too. And let's be fucking serious. These are young college-age fellas with a lot of booze in them in a foreign country for the first time.
True story.
Right.
1 out of 100 is going to get frisky, and 1 out of like 300-400 is going to need to get their hand cut off.
1 out of 100?
No, one out of 3.
Okay.
Right. Facts.
That's
one
true. I forgot. You guys are all at pirate school. That's a whole different thing.
We kind of like line up. We line up a squad and pick 5. That's kind of like we just kind of. You, and you live always secured until further notice.
Yeah, dude, you guys are liberal risk. You're not going out.
Like you are. Like,
it's just a bad idea to let us out anyway.
Jeremy was telling me stuff when he was out in the Pacific where he'd just like go to a bar and end up with these girls living in his house for 3 weeks. But like
sounds like a
working for him.
Sounds like a great novel.
Like
it does.
I don't know.
The start of one anyway. The ending is not good.
Like I don't want to.
You end up in a Japanese prison not knowing what you signed.
Right. Look, well, Jeremy's dead.
Yeah.
So luckily he can't be arrested. You try taking him up, but
like there was like no legit. So I went to Okinawa for JWT for a Jungle Warfare Training Course, JWTC.
JWTC. Yeah.
Sweat that.
I went over there, and the first week you wear white T-shirts, but the first 48 hours, you got to get a brief from base before you even do anything.
Oh, yeah, no.
So the brief was, don't sign anything if you get locked up. So we're already getting primed to go on Libo. We're like, okay, Libo is not secured because there were some rotations that went through, and they couldn't even get Libo because some sergeant got caught with a girl who he thought was a certain age, and I will say this, they all look young. They all look young, but if they're not English speaking, you shouldn't mess with them. No, because if you can't communicate whether or not they're of a certain age, and a lot of times these guys will go out, and I experienced this in Republic of Georgia.
That's the place to do it.
They know just south of Russia, Republic of Georgia. When I say Georgia, people are like, "Oh, you were in Atlanta?" I'm like, "No,
I was praying I was."
But they would give you that brief, like, "Hey, listen, when you get over here,
way better in Atlanta,
way better." But here's what they would do in these clubs. We couldn't even go to certain clubs because there was KGB. There was still Russian guards at the door, and they would these were like 300-pound dudes, bro, and they would be like hemming Marines up. Like basically they would, and this is what they would do. They had a whole racket. They would bring you fresh food, drinks, girls. And you would be thinking like, oh, they're treating us like kings, but and then they would let you order, of course. But if you order and you don't ask like, hey, how much is this? You were just gonna get a bill, and they were going to fuck you completely solid.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you don't pay it, you get fucked up.
This major went over to the Republic of Georgia before my rotation, and he got hemmed up. He lost his rank, everything.
Oh, I believe it.
He had like a $4,000 tab, and he refused to pay for it. But they brought him girls, bottles, and they locked the doors. and people had to his unit.
That's an international incident. By the way.
That's why he got
fucked up.
That's why he got bust down because they locked the doors, and his command had to come get him. Bro, it was wild. We heard about that, and
he knew he was fired. Mom has to come get you.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sure they came in hot.
Here's the part that's really dumb. We had interpreters to go out with us, and we had drivers. We couldn't drive, and you didn't have to take a taxi.
Oh yeah.
And then you could. And this was a deployment. You could actually stay out in town during certain weekends, right? If we would secure Liberty for certain trainings, right? But if we had weekend Libo, you would know probably by Tuesday, Wednesday. Boom. Okay, we don't have nothing going on. Boom, nothing's pressing. Boom, everybody can get weekend Libo. The dumb part was he could have took a terp with him, took an interpreter with him, and said, listen.
Yeah.
He was like, and the way they described this dude, like he would be, bagging chicks and stuff, which is whatever. But he went that night. Yeah. He ruined, and they were at the end of their deployment. This was like a month before he went home. You know what I'm saying?
And lost everything.
Bro, he lost it all. Lost it all. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's why
officers can't mess up though.
No.
Well, he got messed up because they locked that door, and his command had to. You see what I'm saying? Like there was no hiding that. You feel me?
The Marine Corps does not allow officers to mess up.
It's pretty nice.
If you mess up at all as an officer, you are fucking done.
That was like Captain Lamoria and fucking Fallujah.
No, they will relieve your fucking ass, and you're going home.
Right.
You resign your fucking commission.
Because Captain Lamoria fucking abused it. Freaking, he's like, I'm a captain. I used to run guard force, so they're gonna let me through. Freaking gave a bullshit fucking passcode to get out the wire.
He used the regimental commander's fucking call sign.
Oh. Right. So use that. They were like, no, we called in the guard check. Guard check called fucking COC and like, nope.
I called the guard check.
I know. I remember I was there. Yeah. Freaking.
Paul, I called the guard.
He comes back.
I did. I was on Southgate.
I called
when he came through.
You and Sheets. You and Sheets.
Yep.
It was you and Sheets. Yep. Sorry.
Like when they roll out, you said, "Hey, what's your mission number?" And he was like 9999, and I was like,
"Negatronsky, motherfucker."
I was like, "Okay, bitch."
Right.
And then I went in the guard shack, like the little hut that was there.
Yeah.
And I called the COC, and I was like, "So this dude is giving me this call sign." I'm like, "Is that authorized?" Because the COC knew every mission number that was going out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Every convoy, everything. And they were like, "Yeah, fuck no." And I was like, "So what would you like me to do?" And they were like, "Let him pass." Wow. He was relieved the next day.
But we seen him pass through with the line company.
So they didn't send him home?
No, they sent him to the line company.
They sent him home.
No,
he went home.
Captain Lamoria went to the line company because he passed fucking Southgate.
He did not. I promise.
That's when me and Aravallo were on gate.
I promise you 100% he went home.
I guarantee you he went to a line company.
I'll bet money.
I'm pretty sure he went to, like, it was
he did not.
Captain
he
Lamoria.
Got sent home. I'm serious.
Maybe not right away.
If you know, leave a comment down below. If Captain...
Maybe not right away, but I know he was with the line company for a little bit. Because I seen that motherfucker
the Captain
pass
Runaway? Was that the guy?
A couple times.
We're here at WFU.
And he was in like full gear. Like I seen fucking
downtown beautiful sunny Detroit, Michigan.
It was Captain Lamoria. I will not forget that smile and that fucking that smirk. It wasn't even a smile, it was a smirk you always gave. Like I'm a pretty fucking boy, but I'm Christian, so I'm awesome.
What are you trying to say about pretty boys?
The
that are
biggest
Christian?
thing the biggest thing that he did.
You're not a tool. You're not a tool.
I know.
He was.
Was we were.
I'm a Christian.
We were
I'm not ugly
behind,
or pretty though.
Weapons company.
No, I'm fucking.
No, I get
It's funny
like
though.
this.
Yeah.
No, you're a pretty boy, but I'm Christian.
We're on a convoy
I'm not pretty boy,
heading
but
out
I'm
to the
Christian.
city, and Weapons Company got they got in an engagement right in front of us.
Weapons comes off the hook, by the way.
Oh, and this is the guy
Off
who was
the
like,
chain.
psych.
They don't give a fuck.
He
about
was
nothing.
like, he told Lane.
Okay.
He was the lead driver.
Yeah.
He was like, make a left here. And then...
Oh.
War's that way, sir.
So we thought it was like a fix and flank, right? So we were like, all right. And then he was like, make another left.
Like, so that makes it you.
That's why we call him Captain U-Turn.
Captain U-turn.
He gets a third bar and just slides right. Meep.
I hate to say it, but...
Jesus Christ. Nobody wants to go into it, but Christ almighty, it's not your job to run away either there, man. Like, and like you guys, you can't make your boys fucking watch that.
Well, if, like, our brothers are in a firefight, and then we're like, he was like, Weapons Company can handle that. We're going back to the base. It's not our job.
Oh, psych, do you see what it says on your shirt, dickhead? Oh, he had that speech, didn't he?
Yeah, no, that was, I think, our turning point. I think that's when we really lost our fucking shit. when we were told to stand down, fucking turn around, and go back. That's when we fucking lost it.
Yeah, to run away from.
That's when we fucking lost our shit.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, fuck this guy. We gotta do whatever we can. We're gonna be the most belligerent motherfuckers. We're gonna fuck his world up. We need to get rid of this motherfucker.
And we did.
But he wasn't the only problem. We had a problem with Major Wick, First Sergeant Thomas, and Gunny Green.
Taylor.
Or First Sergeant Taylor. But we had issues with them because they were just as much as pussies as he was. Like just no. I don't mean to call them out, especially on a podcast, but they were just.
What's done is done, Joe.
Whatever. I'm friends with all of them on Facebook, so they're gonna let me know about it. But,
like and subscribe. Hit the button.
Like and subscribe.
There's a bell or some shit, I'm told.
I'm not. I don't give a shit no more. They can't do nothing to me, so fuck off.
Like and subscribe or don't. Fuck off. That's the energy you have right now, Jen.
You'll like it or not. I don't
Whatever.
Nobody loves you. Find another program.
Like we did our shit, but we could have done better.
Was that too dark?
No, I love it. Get darker.
Too dark.
Any darker, we won't see him anymore.
Listen, I'm pretty dark. That's what I've been told.
I was gonna almost adjust the lights.
Everybody's like, man, you look darker in person. I'm like, thank you.
Aww.
Wait,
But I love.
What does that mean? Like in the literal sense?
No, like
or
in pictures.
or...
In pictures, like people
Like,
look
you're
at my
creepy as
pictures,
fuck.
and they'll be like, "You." I'm like, well, usually when somebody takes a picture of me, they put a flash on.
They gotta
Feel what I'm
crank that
saying?
I get you, I
So
get
when
you.
you see me in person, I'm darker than.
You're darkest green I've ever seen, but whatever.
I love. So here's what I love. I love when I like go on vacation. I come back, dude. I'm like Tay Diggs. I'm
Hell yeah.
I'm dark. I'm like Wesley Snipes. Like I love it. I'm dead serious. I am moonlight, nighttime dark, and I love that. I love it, man. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I am this. I am.
Falls with my Willis.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna name this program.
Darkness Falls. No, that's the most fucked up movie I ever watched in my life.
Welcome to Darkness Falls. You have the pleasing sounds of.
Don't be doing that. You're gonna get people. This is not you porn, okay?
I'm sure my girlfriend's at the bar watching this podcast
Is
right
she?
now, and she's probably like, "Oh my God, waterfall."
The lights on your phone.
That would be funny.
Always on.
A bar full of people going, what did we
No.
do with our taxes?
All right, he said Darkness Falls. I just want
Swear
to
this
let
fucking
y'all
lady,
know that's the
by
most
the way.
fucked up movie you'll ever watch. Watch it. Go for it.
You know what movie I love?
You'll
and,
cry.
and we need to watch
Sing
it
it.
soon. Blazing Saddles.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
fuck
yes.
yeah.
When I tell you that is one of my favorite movies. When I first
Yes.
watched it, I watched it with a
Yes.
platoon of Marines, and they were looking at me like, "Are you
Right.
okay?"
Every couple
I was
of
like,
seconds.
I fucking love this movie.
Dude, oh!
I love this movie because they say some shit.
Oh
But I'm
my
gonna be
God.
honest. I forget the guy, the
I know who
black
that-
guy's name. That's like, is he like running for mayor?
No, the sheriff.
The
sheriff.
The
Yeah,
sheriff.
yeah.
He gets off something. He doesn't hold nothing.
His
back.
move,
No.
don't move or he gets it.
Love it.
I'll let you finish that one.
Right.
Fuck.
No, okay.
That bit is so
No,
good.
the beginning of the movie was an Asian man passing out, and the guy on the railroad going, "Dock that chink a day's pay for sleeping on the job." I was like,
What
God,
the fuck?
that is the opening scene
That was Mel Brooks.
on a railroad.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you guys use a condom or something? Like, buy me some flowers before you go that hard.
I
Like,
know, I'm sorry.
So I'm in Florida
Mel
at
Brooks
Emily's
was like
parents'
that, though.
house,
It was
and
so fun.
we were going out having fun. We came back from the beach, in the bar, and the beach in the bar, and we came back. We're pretty lit.
Cleavon Little.
We come back in,
Yeah.
and her dad's like, "I failed you as a father." I'm like, "Oh shit, should I go outside?" He's like, "No, you're fine." He's like, "I failed you as a father." I'm like, "Okay, Emma."
that's a
all right.
Like,
Yeah,
cool,
I
this
don't.
is weird. I
Yep.
gotta...
that is a loaded line right there.
What
Definitely.
do I fucking do about this situation? Because like, she's my girl, got protect her, but at the same time, this is her dad. So he's like, we were talking on the phone the other day.
Which
Was-
Kim?
No, Emily, and she's like, yeah, we were talking on the phone the other day. What about it? He's like, I asked you, when's the last time you watched Blazing Saddles, and you said you never watched that movie before.
Wow.
And she's like, yeah, I've never seen it before. He goes, you were sitting on my couch, you're putting that on the TV, and you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Period.
That movie is so important.
My
in
girlfriend's
such weird
super, like,
fucking ways.
she's weird about certain
It's
things.
hilarious too, though.
Did she come home yet?
No, she's still out the bar. She's probably riding some other dude. I don't know, whatever.
Oh my god!
Just because she's a Scorpio, I don't want to turn this into an astrological.
I don't know this
No, I'm
magic.
joking,
You guys
I'm
will have
joking.
to explain
Yeah,
to me.
podcast, but just because she's a Scorpio does not mean, even though.
You don't know my girlfriend then.
Listen, I dated a Scorpio. Let me
That
tell
is
you.
your fiance, sir.
That
Oh
is your
yeah, I forgot.
fiancé.
Yeah, I can't call her girlfriend no more.
Yeah.
And what was the one?
But she watched that show, was super offended.
The Capricorn you were going to turn to a water sign?
I was
Is
like,
that how that
of
was gonna
what?
work?
What are you offended of?
Me?
No.
The Scorpio is a
Oh,
water.
here she
Wait,
is.
hold on.
Hello.
Are your ears burning?
Love it.
Hey,
I
baby.
love that he
Hey,
answered
what's
his
up?
phone during the program. That's awesome. You're on the you're on the
We're-
podcast now, guys.
You're on the podcast now, so hey.
We're live here on the radio.
Oh boy.
Just be safe driving home.
Okay.
Not that drunk. Just
Well,
drunk,
yeah.
drunk.
Says
But not
every
drunk.
person ever.
I'm not
No, you're
that
good.
drunk.
That's
I'm
the best
actually a
one-liner
very-
for a drunk driver.
Here's the
I'm
part
not
though.
that drunk.
Here's the part. I don't drink.
You're good.
But
I'm fine.
I don't
Everyone's
drink.
drunk.
But here's the thing. When I was drinking, I'm gonna be honest with you. The
Baby?
feeling of driving home
Oh yeah.
blitzed and making it
Yeah, the making it part.
is a great.
The making it
I
part.
mean, it's a
is
great
crucial.
triumph, but there were some times where I was like, you really should not be doing this.
Yes, like every time. There were times, like
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've been sideways in a ditch. I've been vomiting in a dry.
All right, hey, just
one
be
of those
careful. Be
drive-through,
safe. Your
car
car's loud,
washes.
so you're gonna
I was
draw
like,
more
they have a
attention.
great.
Drive safe.
And then I just kept going
Okay.
because I'm an insane person.
My drinking got
I
out
love
of
it
control
too.
when I joined the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
I was,
same,
I was
but-
a very chill drinker.
I didn't start drinking until I joined the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I did,
Oh no, I had like 3 on my
I didn't
keys
start a
before
lot
I
of-
even
a lot
joined the
of
Marine
shit.
Corps.
I drank a bunch in CAP, and then
Staff Sergeant Gunny or John,
Too much.
you know, well it's Gunny Johnson now. Gunny Johnson had to go to court with me 3 times. Like, hey, if you charge him with this MIP, he can't join the Marine Corps. The judge's like, all right, well,
Is your recruiter?
yeah,
John?
yeah. You were on Cass and Grossbeck before they moved, but yeah, he was constantly coming to court with me. He's like, all right, one more time, you ain't going to the Marine Corps. I'm like, all right, I'll stop going to parties on the weekend. I'm like, fuck.
Recruiters don't play, bro. They listen.
They
Recruiters are
do
about
play.
that
They do
mission.
play. It depends on what they're talking about.
Right.
Like,
Fair.
But no, they knew I was a guarantee, so they're, because I'm like, I knew I wanted to be in the Marine Corps since like probably earlier than 16. Like I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. Like I want to go. Well, it was the Navy first because I want to be a SEAL. But realistically, like, come on, dumb shit. Like I actually talked to recruiters. Like I actually talked to a Navy recruiter. He's like, you have to score damn near to perfect on the ASVAB, and then you gotta like. He's like, you want to do some shit like that, your best bet is just go to the fucking Marine Corps, because you're not gonna do SEAL shit.
I mean, you can do special ops.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have.
So-
Banty was actually telling me that the Marine Corps actually is probably one of the most best top tier operators in the
Oh,
military, just through the fact that Force Recon is what do you say? They don't have to have Congress's approval or SOCOM or Maritime. They don't have to have approval of Congress or
Well,
the government
'cause they
to
got-
do a mission.
they
They
have the
just
weird presidential authority.
right. They don't need any of that. Like the SEALs will, we can't go in this country because we're not allowed in there, so we'll get a
They're
hold.
black ops. That's
that's pretty much, yeah.
Black ops. Like,
Yeah,
like
straight up.
any type of black ops, you are telling people what's about to happen. For
Right,
the most
yeah,
part. Like
yeah.
the commander, like and I know this from being in the Republic of Georgia with
Okay.
black ops.
Oh, right.
OIC. He was like, well, the guy was there training the Georgian Army, but he was like
Right.
giving us the game. He was like, listen, he was like, he was a colonel, bro. He was a full bird.
Oh, okay.
Those dudes are so fun when
bad
they're done
motherfucker,
being
then.
full themselves.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Colonel Storr.
Well, the
Like,
wildest thing
honestly, like when he made it,
is right.
When you
Just-
get those like old brutes who are like, this
Yeah,
guy fucking
he was
rules.
so fucking humble. he'd already been in for 27 years. He was a sergeant before he switched over.
Mm-hmm.
Then made it up to fucking full bird.
Those are the best officers.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
best.
because they've been through all the shit, both
Do
sides.
you remember Colonel Steele?
I do.
Colonel Steele was
The OPSO. He was an OPSO for 2 of my units.
he
was a
Colonel
badass
Wayne
dude.
Colonel Wayne Steele. I'm gonna say his name because he's retired. He was a PFC private. No, he was a private. He made it from private all the way to full bird, and the only reason why he never got a star was because he did the LDO.
Okay.
So back when LDO was, you did a tour, 2 tours up to W3, or you could choose O.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he chose O. So he did W1, W2.
But you get a maximum after that.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the LDO route.
Bro, he did W1, 2, 3, and 4. Never
So
got
tell
5.
me, he did like E1 through
He
9.
did the entire. No, he did.
and then the
he
warrant
did-
program, and then the.
He was a sergeant. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You have to be a
Then-
sergeant to apply for it.
Right.
Yeah. Then he did LDO. So it's almost like it's almost the equivalent of like a field grade back when he did it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right, but he did chief warrant officer, then he
Took
took
4, bro.
Which
then
is
he
crazy.
took a commission.
Which is crazy.
He traded it in.
Yep.
So he did
Because is it like
enlisted, then chief warrant officer, then officer.
warrant
and made
officers
it
are
to
the
full bird.
weirdest
Yeah.
thing in the military?
Yeah, he's a
Because-
beast.
Damn.
But you
So
can
many
only go to
people-
full bird.
Right. That's all. Yeah. That's most you do. Right.
Especially in the Air Force, because we don't have warrant officers anymore. But this is a thing I've noticed in a few places too. Like unless you work with a warrant officer, you're super confused by the whole thing. You're like,
Warrant
what's that
officers
guy's
are weird.
deal?
Yes.
What
It's
do we call
different.
them? Is it sir, ma'am, mister?
Emily's dad was
howdy?
Mister.
Emily's dad was
What
a
up,
chief
buddy?
warrant officer 3, but he flew fucking Apaches for the U.S. Army. 101 Airborne. Like he was their.
The 101st are some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, he was. He
They
was.
really
They
are.
are.
One-
82nd, 101st, 10th Mountain. Those.
He was 101 for, but he was Apache
If
helicopter
you
for
have
him.
a
Like it
beret,
was like fucking
I'm like-
wild.
I got you.
But you met this guy
Well,
like what? But
everyone's
that's how it
got now
is.
in the
Like you
Army.
meet these special operators, like really?
But they're
that's
even
who they
like,
are. Like that's.
what are we
I
doing,
mean, it's,
Back in
it's
the
wild.
day.
It's all mental, man. You watch.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my-
know, you
this is
watch
still
the
dripping and
training.
dripping.
I was stationed at Camp Talega.
Okay.
That's where recon trains.
Okay. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Cali, on the West Coast. And bro, it's all mental, man.
Oh yeah. It's just determination and mental. Like I mean,
It's all mental.
it's wild. But when Paul and I were in Iraq, it was SEAL Team
Oh, okay.
3 or 6, but it was 3 because Chris Kyle was part of 3. Fallujah was his AO. Chris Kyle was on Camp Fallujah the whole time we were fucking in Iraq, and he'd be the one running around the base fucking with us the whole fucking time.
I didn't know that.
The dude Mustafa, and we've talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this last
sniper
time.
that
The sniper, yeah.
that was in American Sniper. He shot in the Olympics, by the way.
Yeah,
Did you know
yeah,
that?
yeah. He was Olympic. Yeah, oh, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
He
very-
technically wasn't from
he was-
Iraq.
He was from Syria.
He was from Syria.
Yep.
Just in it for the fucking love of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and then he came into
He
the
was just
fucking
started up,
hornet's
yeah.
nest. But he killed, I think, 6 of our friends.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ski. I'm not gonna say them. I'm not gonna.
No, that was
yeah,
that
we're
was
not gonna get into that.
no, that because I don't remember the actual timeline, but I think that was after we got there. We were there after all this shit went down. But
No, we weren't, because he shot him in 06.
we just got there. What time? In
I'm
06?
sorry. He shot him in 07. My bad. It was right after we left.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we left in May of 07. Yeah. But yeah, Chris Kyle, like we'd watch him. Like we going to the Chow Hall or PX or just being on fucking the wall, and we constantly see that guy running around. Was like we didn't know who he was at the time, but now knowing now, it's like
I don't know, it kind of baffles your mind a little bit.
that's it. That's
yeah,
it.
that we
I'm
were
not
there with,
starstruck.
like,
I'm just,
legends.
right. I'm not like starstruck. I'm just
The
baffled.
background
Like
stuff.
that bad motherfucker was in my presence. Like we passed him in the Chow Hall. Like I mean,
Joe's like, I wrote him 2 love letters, but that was it. 2.
We were actually on the range with them one day.
Yeah.
We went to the pistol range.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time I've ever seen someone pull out from the holster, and as soon as like they got it out, they were shooting all the way up until they got.
They're just taught. It's just wild, but it's impressive. But yes, I remember.
It was
mind-boggling.
beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
And just like one fluid motion too. Like they took the as like one fluid motion weapon off safe and just before even points forward. They just
they were literally like putting rounds on the target like as it was coming out from the hip.
Right. So as soon as he started pulling it out of his holster, the safety was off, and as soon as it came forward, it was just like pop, 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 pop. It was like bing, 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 bing. You're like, oh.
They had
shit.
better weapons than the M9 Beretta, by the way.
Right.
That thing's clunky as fuck.
Right. We had a
reliable.
I know that.
I have. It's upstairs. I have one reliable as fuck.
You can't break it.
No, you can't.
It sounds like it's breaking every time I.
It sounds like it, but it's gonna go up.
It'll last for 200 years, though.
Okay.
It'll last.
As
The
long
only
as it's
kind
not
of weapons
broken.
we like.
Right.
I was firing it and I was like, this thing rattles so goddamn much.
Mine doesn't
I
rattle.
was so
Because they
surprised.
abuse the shit out of
They
those
give
things.
you the weapons we are done with. by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
They're like, they won't need it.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Because
we
mine.
get the Army's weapons that they're done with, and then we pass
That's a
it on
fact.
to everyone else.
And I'm a cook, so I get the last one.
Listen, bro, I was a logistics guy, and the amount of times we got weapons was like, it was like Christmas.
Hold on.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was a cook.
Did you
It
get a
was-
brand new weapon in
it
your
was-
unit?
We just had qualification time shit.
This first.
'Cause we were never.
Iraq was the first time I ever shot the Bravo 240 because we had when I trained with the 240 it was the Golf
Did I bring one with me? I can't remember if I brought.
and it was with Hickman. Hickman was one that taught me how to fucking really shoot that weapon.
I don't even think I.
It was like it's the same as the Golf, but
Yeah,
it's just fancier.
that's a fact.
I mean they had scopes and all that kind. They put Trijicon ACOGs on it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Sorry,
Put ACOGs on their pistols?
no on
Oh,
the
no.
240.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they had ACOGs. Fucking, they had the PEC 2 on it. Freaking, they had the fucking like
It was,
What?
It was, yeah,
it was all fucking stacked
decked
up.
out.
Yeah, I was like, what? And Hickman was like, yeah, this is all you gotta do. He's like, oh well, yeah, it is
Yeah.
literally the exact same weapon
Yeah.
as the 240 Golf, but
The Golf is fun. The Golf and the Bravo are both fun to shoot. I'm gonna grab some.
anyways.
Yeah. I can't remember what Jeremy fired. He was the heavy weapons guy for his
All right.
team or whatever. Team's not.
So I remember we're on the rifle range sliding rifles in because we did that every couple weeks. We had to go back to rifle range, make sure our ACOGs, because the ACOGs, you beat your rifle up, like it gets smacked around, like abused, and everything. It'll go off site. So like every other week we're on the rifle range, and I was like, I want to shoot the Bravo, and like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. Like cross training, I'm a M16 guy or M4 guy. I want to shoot, one of these, and it was like, all right, yeah, this is what you do. Like, oh, it's just like a 240. He's like, yeah. So I get down, I start shooting. But I held the trigger a little too long, got the barrel hot, so I had a hot round. So it wouldn't stop firing. So you just stay
Try
on.
to run away?
Yeah, run away. So I'm just staying on target. Hickman's like, oh shit, doesn't realize that frickin' he didn't limit me how much rounds I had, so we had a whole ass ammo can
Yeah. Oh shit.
still
Oh,
attached.
you were laying on that thing then.
So I'm sitting there holding it, frickin' Hickman jumps on me, like, and lays on my side, frickin'
Yeah.
breaks the chain.
Yeah.
And he's like, just keep it. He's patting me in the back of the head.
That's
He's
a
like,
smart
you're doing
way to
good.
do it.
Like, patting me back of the head. Just keep it on target.
If it's
I,
almost done,
I broke the chain and freaking there's another like 40 fucking rounds come down range at this thing.
I've
He's
seen
like,
guys
"Oh, you're
like
good."
lay
And it's-
on the weapon because it's like
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
it's
cooking
fucking-
off like the last 20 rounds.
Oh yeah, and that barrel by the time we're done with it was fucking glowing. It was like it's
Yeah.
broad, it's daylight. And I'm
That's
watching.
the
like,
that's the dangerous part is if it gets hot enough to like
It's gonna fucking just.
you're catching that.
Upload,
You're
yeah.
catching
I'm
that.
gonna catch it, and that's why Hickman jumped on me and freaking. He's like, just keep it down range, pat me on the head, you're good. Freaking broke the chain.
It was smart.
Yeah, and
You
freaking.
saved your damn life, probably.
Oh yeah, you saved everybody's life. Because I mean, that thing goes sour real quick. I was like, damn. I wish he was here to hear that story. I don't think he remembers that. He might have and just doesn't want to talk about it, but whatever.
Who?
Hickman, when we were on the rifle range in Iraq, when I was shooting the 240, the Bravo one, and freaking the gun ran away from me, and Hickman jumped on me and broke the chain because he didn't realize that he didn't limit to me how much ammo I had. So he jumped on me, broke the chain, or the belt, just to make sure I ran out before the gun got like too out of control.
Hickman is a machine gunner.
Yeah, he's a heavy machine gunner, yeah. Which was wild. It was just fucking crazy. But it was fun.
Is the Benadryl, was that in the car?
It could have been. Or upstairs?
I think I had Claritin or Benadryl in my car.
I already gave her an allergy med, but it was a non-drowsy one.
Oh.
I have Claritin, I think
Did
it's
you already
Claritin
take
or
it?
Benadryl in my car.
I have those loratadines, but we should look those up. They are over the counter. I just don't remember which one. Probably a good idea to find out. But it is something.
That's a non-drowsy one as well.
I think so, yeah. This microphone stand is busted. I'm not like super upset because I think I can fix it. I'm just fuddling with it today.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm chilling. Are we gonna wrap this up? Because I do need to get some.
We all need some rest.
I enjoy these.
I gotta make sure Courtney's good too tonight.
Feeling
She's
it?
been
You
having a
feeling it,
headache
Courtney?
all day.
Oh no, it's just feeling like bad all day. Like not feeling well.
Yeah.
Having a headache all day.
You know, no fun.
Not at all.
Headaches are such a weird one. There's so many crazy things we just do as humans that, like, when you're young, the first time, like, do you remember your first headache being like, what the fuck is this? And people been like, oh, that's gonna happen a bunch now.
I remember the ones that are like right behind my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get them on the left side, and then my eye starts like twitching and shit.
Yeah. You ever see get like a baby have ice cream headache for the first time and just question everything? Like, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that?
People do that to to babies. Like they'll give them like lemons for the first time in video.
It's an asshole move.
Lemons fuck you up.
Yeah.
But there's the worst one. There's like the worst one I ever had though.
Right.
Because like I don't know.
It's just dragging on.
Yeah. Like all day long.
Hopefully
Like
it's
all
just
night
a
long
flow.
too.
Yeah.
I know she's taking.
Couple Tylenols. Well, the one Tylenol with that buster.
She's taking 2 Tylenols, 1 Motrin, half Motrin.
Today?
And a partridge
Yeah,
with their
today.
tree.
And I just gave her an allergy med to see if that would help, but they're not conflicting. But
Yeah.
I also don't want
Yeah. You want to just start going crazy.
to. Right.
Get her, like, what? There's got to be someone out there like an over-the-counter pill popper, somebody who's like not like my problem where I was doing like the fun ones, but with like, I take 4 Zyrtec and then I take 3 of these for my tummy and then 4 of these for my skin condition and 7 of these for the this and that.
Some people tell me that, and I'm like, "What did you take?"
Did a doctor tell you to take
They're
it?
like, "I took 76 pills today." I'm like,
Mm.
"I'm sorry, what?"
I had 300% of my daily value of vitamins. You only need to do 1/3 of that.
Yeah.
That's why it's 100. What? That one's crazy too. Like,
I think pills is an easy addiction to get out of control because you just pop it and it's done.
Oh yeah, and you
Fine.
can tell yourself it's healthy. You can tell yourself it's science. You can
Yeah.
tell yourself it's medicine.
And I don't like taking pills. It's one of my least favorite things to do. I just know it. Like sometimes it gives you a little bit of relief when you need it. So use them when you need it. That way you don't have like a tolerance to it. You can take a little bit and not have to abuse it.
And if you have a thing where you're taking like aspirin every day, sorry babe, you just gotta suck it up. And like, not you, you're good, but like, I have chronic pain conditions, and I take, the only thing I take for it is Lyrica, and that calms the nerves, but it doesn't really do anything for the pain anymore. I don't treat the pain anymore, because it's an insane proposition. So I just have to be in pain all day, and get okay with that.
Yeah.
Which sucks, and it's not easy, and it definitely took a long time to do. And you have to learn to limit yourself. You have to learn to use your body differently. You have to. But like I got up to 400, but I'm in the best shape of my life right now. Still in that same pain. Still doing.
Yeah.
You know.
And it takes time, too. But at the same time, you like your condition is. It can be debilitating. So thankfully, you aren't in that severe of a condition. But still, I'm sure it's rough.
Like when the pills are gone, it's gnarly. But like that Lyrica does so much for me.
We do have to cut this. Willis already said he needed to go to bed.
Oh, we good. We good. It was fun. It always is.
Heck yeah. Well, thanks, gang. I won't touch the microphone again.
Until next time.
You're fine, John.
I know. Love you, gang. I'll go hit the buttons.